So we have literally, we talked last night at the very end of the day about what we've touched on, and we are scratching the surface of what I do with my clients and with anyone who comes across anything that I do. I offer them with my webinars or with Unstuck event or my courses or my program. And so we have really literally scratched the surface of the solve unsolvable problem system with the 3 questions. What's happening? What part am I playing? What can I do differently? You guys are going to start hearing me in your heads. So we've scratched the surface with the solve unsolvable problem system. We scratched the surface. And I told you this yesterday, like we spent maybe 25 minutes on the values yesterday. And that's a 2-day deal when you work with me further. Is we barely just scratch that. When we dig in to that part of my Unstuck system, you leave with so much clarity around not only what your values are, but what the definitions are of those. What do they encompass, as well as how do they involve your business? And you leave with that retreat with a value statement and a vision statement, and how are you going to integrate it, a plan of integration. And so we have just scratched the surface. This is the overview of what it really takes to get unstuck in JMD productivity. And it's really, I can't even say that it's what it takes to get unstuck. It's what it takes to get like beyond unstuck. So you're not only unstuck, but you're shot out of a cannon into action, right? So I have one of my clients is sitting back here, Tiffany Cox. She's amazing and runs a marketing firm. And she's like, yep. This is where you get a full sense of productivity. The Unstuck system diminishes those feelings of overwhelm, increases those feelings of control, and gives you places to tap into wherever you're feeling a deficit. So if you look at here at the circle, you've got in the upper right-hand part is the circle of control, which is what we talked about yesterday, solve unsolvable problem system, right? Values, we talked about yesterday. Today, we're going to take that even further into vision, Unstuck system. We talked a tiny bit yesterday about habits and patterns, and that's really where shift happens, where we start making a big change, is we've got to settle into patterns and habits. And so in a little bit here today, we're going to really dig into habits and patterns and why that is such an important part of what I do and what productivity is all about. In that the yellow piece of the pie is prioritization and goal management. Notice I don't say time management. We'll get into that. Many of you know, I don't believe that's a thing. It's a myth. As a matter of fact, my last webinar was the myth of time management. So we are talking about goal management. We are talking about boundary management. We are talking about habit management. So goal and prioritization. And part of my Unstuck system is also a bi-weekly action plan, like focused action plan. And you guys are starting to experience that here today, because I'm like, what are you going to do? When are you going to do it? Who can help you? Like you're starting to break it down. So that is all part of the Unstuck system. That is what I do. This is your wheel of productivity right here. So this is how we step into action, how we move mountains in our businesses beyond what we ever imagined possible. This is it, the Unstuck system.